morning, everyone. This is Patrick Steele, and this is going to be the final episode of this resin series that I've been working on. Whenever I do a series of videos, I like to let everyone know that, hey, this is the last episode. So that's what this is going to be. I wasn't sure how to end this series, but I guess I'll end it here. And I wanted to try to get a good shot of this demon monster creature. I'm trying to get me a good thumbnail for this video. You have to excuse the background. He's presently in the paint box with a fresh coat of paint on him. Maybe I can get a better picture once it dries. All right, let's get over to my work area. Be right back. And I am back. All right, folks, before we get into this, a couple of things, a couple of admin notes, I guess. I say this all the time because a lot of folks come to my channel, check it out, and then they move on and don't come back. And then I have new folks come in, and it's like a cycle. So I have to say certain things over and over just for the new folks that come to the channel. All right, I am not a how-to channel. I am not that good. I'm teaching myself to do this stuff, so I'm not at the point where I'm comfortable telling people how to do stuff. But I do have like hints and tricks and stuff like that that maybe someone can use. And a couple of things I've learned from this series is some tricks about using resin. And okay, let me just tell you what they are. All right, when you mix resin with plaster of Paris, hold on, let me scroll around a little bit while I run my mouth, give you something to look at. When you when you mix plaster of Paris with resin, be advised that it will take a little longer to dry than just resin by itself. Also, it's thicker, so you have to work quick with it. With just resin alone, the resin I'm using requires 30 minutes. It has 30 minutes working time, but with the plaster added in, it is shortened quite a bit, so keep that in mind. Also, it's going to be like a dark color. I think I showed that in one of my videos. It's kind of a dark, it's not clear like just resin alone, it's dark. And so it's no longer clear once you put that plaster of Paris in it. If you work with cement, not cement, we used to call it cement back in my old car modeling days when I was a kid, but super glue, if you mix super glue with baking soda, be careful, folks. That stuff is what's the word I'm looking for? Is it toxic? I don't know if that's the right word, but it does emit fumes when you mix this stuff, and it can get into your eyes and nose. So be careful when you do that. Let me see. Another trick I've been using is super glue and water. That's water in a spray bottle right there. You apply the super glue to whatever you're trying to repair, squirt it with some water. That water makes it cure faster than normal, or dry faster. What am I doing here? All right, I'm gonna talk about that, but that's going to be a separate series in case you're wondering why that's there. I just had nowhere to put it. So what I'm about to do today is, after finish filling this figure, a couple of bases, I have to fill those with resin. In case I didn't say that, I'm talking about resin. Fill that with some resin. Where's my pointer? Oh, it's over there. Never mind. Fill that base. Fill this torso. And let me go ahead and talk about this a little bit now. And this is for those many colored land fans, if I have any out there. If you're out there, just leave a comment. Let me know you are watching. This is going to become Aiken Drum. It's presently a female model, but Aiken is a male, so I have a lot of work to do with that. Still not sure how I'm going to approach that or do it, but I'll figure it out as I go. And let me see, what else? I think that's about it, folks. I'm going to talk more about each one of these models as I get to those videos. Or I should say, as I get to those series. Let me see, what else? All right, that's going to be it for this, folks. So this is going to be the end of this series. I have found or located the majority of my models that had issues, and also the models that I wanted to fill with resin to prevent issues in the future. Now there are a couple of other models that I have completed and they look nice. I don't see any cracks on them, and I did not fill them with resin, but I will look at those later on because I would like to preserve those. Right now, most of my older projects that I've done, those are filled with baking soda or either, well, I said baking soda, is it baking soda or baking powder? Baking soda. Okay, they fill with baking soda or hot glue or a combination thereof. So I'll look at those in the future. Let me see. All right, so that's going to conclude this series of videos, folks. If you watched the series, I want to thank you for tuning in, checking out each episode, and thanks for watching this video, and thank you for supporting the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done so, folks. I'm presently around 947 subscribers. That 999 subscriber celebration is going to kick in to high gear soon. I'm slowly building up to it as I get closer to 999. Enunciate, Patrick. And so you'll be start. Okay, that's not correct. You will start seeing more and more videos about that. But that's it for now, folks. Thanks again. Bye. Maybe that could be my thumbnail. That might work. All right, that's it, folks. Bye.